Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It is March 7th, the first Monday in March, and spring is on the way. Can I tell you how excited I am about that? Love spring and summer. So, welcome. We have a fun topic tonight. We're talking about how to exfoliate without using harsh chemicals. So, hopefully, you'll learn a few things. I certainly did as I was doing some research for this topic. So before we get into all the good stuff, you guys know the drill. If you are here live with me, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your night. Let me know where you are listening from. And if you are already a customer, then by all means, let me know what your favorite product is. You all know I'm in Chicago, and you know my favorite product is the Exfoliant tea. Although, I have to say, the lavender body serum is running a really close second. Yeah, I have them both on the continuous glow, so I get them shipped to me regularly. And if you're listening on replay, do hashtag replay, comment, ask questions. We read through all of them, and we would love to hear from you, even if you listen on a replay. So, again, tonight we are talking about how to exfoliate without using harsh chemicals or additives. So I'm not going to say any names, but many of us grew up on this particular facial scrub that I think we thought we were really doing the thing when we used this particular facial scrub that shall remain unnamed. But I think by the end of this tonight, you may come to understand why that is probably not going to be your best option. So before we get into how to do exfoliation, let's talk about what it is and what's the benefit of it. So exfoliation in its simplest form is removing dead skin cells from the outermost layer of the skin. And the benefit is that it helps to remove dull, dry skin. It helps improve blood circulation. So you have that nice rosy glow. And it helps with brightening and improving your skin's overall appearance. So it is something that you want to incorporate into your skincare routine if you are not already doing it. I'm going to highly recommend that you consider it. And as we go along, I'm going to tell you what I think you should consider using. So there are different methods of exfoliation. You may or may not have known that. And your skin type really determines which method you should use and how often you should exfoliate. But for certain skin conditions, exfoliation is not really recommended. And rosacea is one of those. So rosacea, as you know, is when you have those really rosy cheeks. That is a skin condition that if you're currently suffering from, you probably do not want to yet add exfoliation. You want to get the rosacea to calm down. I used to suffer from pretty bad rosacea. Some of it is linked to diet, and some of it is linked to some of the stuff you can be using on your skin. So I'm happy to see that mine has calmed down over these years. So what are the two different types of exfoliation? Well, there is a mechanical exfoliation where you're actually using a device of some sort to exfoliate. That could be a brush. So you may have an exfoliation brush that you use on your body. Could be a sponge, could be a glove. I know they have those gloves you put on and you can exfoliate your skin, or an actual scrub, kind of like what I mentioned at the beginning. There also is a chemical exfoliation. I think a lot of people are probably maybe a little bit more familiar with the chemical form. And there are two different types of chemical exfoliation. Did you know that? And there's extra credit if anybody knows what the two types are. I'm looking in the chat, see if anybody knows. If you know, chat, tell me what they are. The first one is AHA, or alpha hydroxy acids. That's one form of chemical exfoliation. Does anybody know a type of alpha hydroxy acid? Any takers? Any takers? Well, one type is glycolic acid. Another one is lactic, and then tartaric, as well as citric acids. So these are all forms of AHAs, or alpha hydroxy acids. They work by breaking apart the bonds that are holding on to the dull and dead skin on your skin's surface. And then what happens, it causes your body to naturally shed dead skin particles. So that's alpha hydroxy acids. Next is beta hydroxy acids. Most people have heard of beta hydroxy in salicylic acid because a lot of people use salicylic acid for acne. So that's an example of a BHA. Now, they can be fairly harsh on the skin depending on your skin type. But little known fact, there is also another category for exfoliants, and they are called plant enzyme exfoliants. You knew that was coming, right? I mean, we are a vegan skincare company, so you kind of knew that was I was setting it up. You knew that. So, plant-based ingredients, they work by gently sloughing away dead skin on the topmost layer. And the most popular plant-based enzyme exfoliants are, drumroll, papaya, the papain in papaya specifically, the bromelain in pineapple, as well as pumpkin enzymes. Now, what are some of the pros of using a plant-based enzyme exfoliant? Well, it provides gentle exfoliation. They're less intense than the AHAs and the BHAs that I mentioned earlier, which means they are generally less irritating to the skin. They're a great option for someone who has more sensitive skin, and they're less drying to the skin. So they also are great as we still are in this cold climate, because skin does tend to be a little bit more dry during this period. So now that you know the benefits of using plant-based exfoliant, I want to introduce you to our plant-based exfoliant. And it's called the facial peel, or as Sherry affectionately calls it, our skin resurfacing mask. Now, if you've been anywhere around Natural Radiant Life, then you know that Sherry loves the facial peel. Like, she raves about it, and her skin shows how much she loves it because her skin is gorgeous and beautiful and glowing. So our facial peel contains two of those plant-based enzymes that I talked about earlier: organic papaya and organic pineapple. So let's start with the papaya. The papain in the papaya kills dead skin cells, and purifies the skin. The healing enzymes can also help treat sunburn as well as irritated skin. And that organic pineapple is a natural exfoliant that leaves your complexion revitalized and clear. And it also helps to reduce wrinkles and encourage skin elasticity. Who doesn't want this? This is amazing. So, our facial peel, don't let the name fool you. It is an actual exfoliant that can help clear your skin, get rid of all the dull, dead skin. So if you're looking in the mirror and it just isn't glowing the way you want it to, and you have not yet incorporated a exfoliant, I would highly encourage you to try our facial peel. And if you thought that there was only one way to exfoliate, which is using harsh chemicals or harsh scrubs with particles in it, now you know that there is a plant-based enzyme option that can be much gentler for your skin and also leave you with an amazing glow. So I hope this was helpful. And if you've never tried our facial peel, it is $40. We recommend that you use it once to twice a week. And it pairs beautifully with the PM moisturizer that you would put on after the peel, as well as our hydrating mist. So that little trio will really help to get your skin glowing. So I'm going to pause here and see if there are any questions that we have in the chat, and my partners in crime that are managing the chat can help answer those. But again, we urge you to try and add an exfoliant to your regimen if you don't yet have one. And I know sometimes, you may have gotten the core regimen down and you're thinking, man, I got to add something else. But it's not something you're doing every day. So you really just set a reminder on your calendar and pick a day. It works great at night. So when you're doing your nighttime routine, 2 days out of the week, just add that facial peel in there. And we would love to see your before and after. So if you're going to do this, take a before picture, use it over a 4-week window consistently. That's the key word, consistently. And we would love to see your after picture and just see how your glow has been amplified by using this plant-based enzyme facial peel. So again, thank you for getting on. These are just wonderful ways for us to educate and share more information with you. I hope that you find them useful. And we also would love to know from you if there are other topics, things that you would like for us to talk about and share. We want to make sure that we are adding value as well and educating you about all things related to how to have just incredible skincare. So, if you have questions, put them in the chat. If you think of something later, just send us a DM. And if you have topics that you would like for us to cover, please let us know and we can put those in some of our future Facebook Lives. You know, we come to you every week with something short, sweet, and educational. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate you being here with me. And today's topic was all about how to exfoliate without using harsh chemicals or harsh additives. And I would love to have you try our facial peel and let us know what you think. Thank you, everyone, and have an amazing evening.